microbes in human welfare. In this part, we are going to the next session, which is microbes in industrial products. The earlier was microbes in household products. The next part is microbes in industrial products. Now regarding the industrial products, industries will produce certain products that are produced in large quantities and which are sold in large amounts. Out of that, we are going to study it into three parts. The first part is fermented beverages, second antibiotics, third chemicals, enzymes and other bioactive molecules. So this is divided into three parts: chemicals, enzymes and other bioactive molecules. So these are the three parts where we are going to study here. Out of that, first let's start with the fermented beverages. So the first part will be the fermented beverages. Now beverages are nothing but they are carbonated products having more or lot amount of carbon dioxide. Fermentation is a process where there is an anaerobic breakdown of certain food products. So there is an incomplete breakdown of certain food products like the sugars. Anaerobic breakdown of sugars into ethanol. Okay, now during this anaerobic process, as it is an anaerobic process, where we also call it as a fermentation process, there are certain microorganisms which are used to produce ethanol from sugar, and that microorganism is yeast. Now already we know regarding the process of alcoholic fermentation. Ethanol is nothing but ethyl alcohol. Okay, now here sugar is converted into ethanol. This is in the industries, and how it is produced? It is produced in large scale. So that is regarding the part of fermentation process. Okay. Now regarding the fermented beverages, these beverages are nothing but they are alcoholic beverages. Remember in the previous part of what we have studied. In the previous session, we have studied regarding the part of the toddy. Toddy is the fermented sap of palm plant that is used as traditional drink, and that toddy is produced from naturally occurring microbes like what? Like yeast and bacteria. But here in the industries, we are talking about the industrial products. In the industries, the alcoholic products are produced in a proper ratio with a particular percentage of alcohol. Okay, so that is regarding the part of it. Then regarding the fermentation of the beverages, sugar is converted into ethanol. This ethanol with the different ratios, with the different percentage, different types of alcoholic products are also produced. Let's study what are those. Now in the types, there are majorly two products which are produced by the fermentation process. The first one is distillation products, and the second one is non-distillation. Alcoholic products. That means that the alcohol is produced by the process of distillation as well as non-distillation. Then what is the difference between distillation and non-distillation? First let's see what is a non-distillation process. Now here what we take, we are taking the sugar or any of the raw material, not only sugar, not only the sugarcane juice, not only the grapes, not only the apple, irrespective of that wheat, whichever the raw material it might be. Raw material is taken. For this raw material, we are going to add the yeast. Okay, now the question comes. The yeast that we add here, is nothing but the same yeast that we use in the bakeries. Because of this reason, the yeast which is used in the alcoholic industries. This is commonly called as a brewer's yeast. The yeast which is used in alcoholic industries to produce ethanol or ethyl alcohol is called as brewer's yeast. If it is used in bakeries, we call it as baker's yeast. If it is used in breweries, it is called as a brewer's yeast. What is the scientific name of this brewer's yeast? The scientific name is Saccharomyces cerevisiae. The scientific name is also same. Now remember, in this chapter we are mainly concentrating on the microbes from which certain products are produced. So that's why the name of the microbe is more important here in this topic. Now, fermented beverages, brewer's yeast is used, and its name is Saccharomyces cerevisiae. So the same yeast is used for the formation of ethanol. Okay. This ethanol, it can be produced by distillation as well as non-distillation. Non-distillation is nothing but by using the raw material. When we add the yeast, the raw material undergoes the process of fermentation. After fermentation, we are extracting the alcohol from it. The percentage of alcohol in the non-distillation alcoholic products is less, and in the distillation process, we are boiling this fermented product, removing water from it. We are making or increasing the concentration of alcohol. That means the concentration of alcohol is increased in the distillation products, and in the non-distillation the concentration of the alcohol is not increased. So that's why here what we can say, the distillation concentration of alcohol is more here, and here the concentration of alcohol is less. That means the percentage of alcohol is high in the distillation products, the percentage of alcohol is less in non-distilled alcoholic products. Okay. Now we have certain examples for the distillation alcoholic products like brandy, whiskey, rum, gin, vodka, and other alcoholic brands. Then non-distillation. Here we have certain examples. The examples for this is beer and wine. That means beer and wine are non-distilled alcoholic products, while brandy, whiskey, rum, gin, vodka all are produced by distillation. Okay, generally what we can say, the concentration of alcohol or the percentage of alcohol is less in case of these brands, and the percentage of alcohol is very high or more in case of these brands. Okay, now suppose if we look at the concentration of alcohol roughly, because from one brand to another brand the percentage of alcohol varies. So that's why in general, what might be the percentage of alcohol in each of these non-distilled as well as distilled alcoholic products? So let's see. Okay, now let us take, if we have beer contains around 3 to 6%, or even in the concentration might be increased up to 8% also, but in general it has around 3 to 6% of alcohol. That means beer has least concentration of alcohol. Okay, least concentration of alcohol. Okay, that has undergone the process of fermentation. Then if we look at the next one, wine. Second one, wine. Wine is having a little bit more concentration of alcohol. That is around 11.6 to 12% of alcohol. Even the alcohol concentration might be increased, but generally wine is having around 11.6 to 12% of alcohol. Regarding the part of the wine, almost We have different types of wine, and in that wine, one is a grape wine, and sometimes the color of the wine is red. It is due to the red grapes. We call it as a red wine. Red wine is due to the color of the red grapes. Okay, it appears red in color. And suppose if the wine is produced from apple, it is called as cider. Apple wine. Okay, wine is produced through the grapes also. Through the many of the products, wine can be produced. And there is one wine which is called as a sparkling wine, which is used in victory ceremony, and it is called as champagne. It is called as a champagne. So this champagne is used as a sparkling wine. Which is used in victory ceremonies. Okay, so almost these are the different types of wines. Okay, so wine can be produced from any of the products. Okay, even through the grapes also, normal grapes also wine is produced. That's why you can just observe the over-ripened grapes. It smells alcohol because of the presence of the yeast. When the yeast undergoes fermentation, finally it forms into wine. So that's why if we eat more ripened grapes, then almost you will feel little bit dizziness. It is due to the presence of the wine. Okay, so this is regarding the part of the wine. So these two are the non-distilled alcoholic products that contains less amount of alcohol, less percentage of alcohol. The least alcoholic percentage is in beer, that contains 3 to 6%. Okay. Then next, let us see the percentage. Okay, more or less average percentage of alcohol in all of this. Brandy, next one is brandy. Brandy contains 60 to 70% of alcohol. Then fourth one is whiskey. Whiskey contains around 60 to 75% of alcohol. Then rum contains around 40% of alcohol. May measure in between 40 to 50% also. Then gin contains 40% of alcohol. Then vodka contains around 60 to 80% of alcohol. Then apart from this, we have others also. Rectified spirit, and absolute alcohol. Look at this part here. It contains least amount of alcohol. Beer. It is a least. Now these two are non-distilled alcoholic products, and all these are distilled alcoholic products. Now out of these brands, can you identify which contains the highest amount of alcohol? Out of this, look at the percentage. Yes, it is the vodka. It contains highest. But it is not sure, because from brand to brand name, the percentage of alcohol may also vary. But with respect to these distilled alcoholic products, vodka contains the highest amount of alcohol, that is around 60 to 80%. Then, apart from this, we have two more alcoholic products. One is rectified spirit, another one is absolute alcohol. This rectified spirit is also used in spirit lamps, okay, for the purpose of burning. Even we already know ethanol is also used in the petroleum products. Okay. Now rectified spirit contains 95% of alcohol. Rectified spirit 95% of alcohol. Absolute alcohol, this is 100% alcohol. This is 100% alcohol, highly concentrated alcohol, absolute spirit. Okay. Now look at these brands. In these brands, the percentage of alcohol varies. It depends on the concentration. And look at this, absolute alcohol, rectified spirit. If rectified spirit and absolute alcohol is consumed by a person, then he dies on the spot. It is highly dangerous to consume 100% alcohol. So that's why there is a dilution of these alcohols. So that's why consumption of raw alcohol sometimes leads to death due to high concentration of this. Okay, so this is regarding the part of the various types of alcoholic brands, and especially they are called as a fermented beverages. Remember, there are two different types of fermented beverages. One is a distillation produced by distillation process, other one is produced by non-distillation process. Non-distillation we have only two products, and distillation we have many products. The least concentration of alcohol is present in beer, and the highest concentration of alcohol is present in vodka. Okay, and there are various types of wines also, as we discussed. Apart from this, we have again different types of wine brands. Okay, so this is regarding the part of microbes in industrial product, out of which the first part is the fermented beverages. The second part of the fermented beverages, the next part is regarding the antibiotics, and that antibiotics will continue.
Microbes have proved to be useful inside our kitchen by helping us prepare various food items such as bread, curd, dosa, wine, and toddy. Naturally, the same underlying principle of fermentation that is used to prepare these products is also applied on a large scale in various industries. In industries, microbes are grown in large vessels called fermenters that are used to make beverages like wine, beer, whiskey, brandy, and rum on a large scale. One such microbe is Saccharomyces cerevisiae, that is known as baker's yeast due to its use in bread making. It also acts as brewer's yeast by fermenting different malted cereals and fruit juices to produce ethanol. So, depending on the type of beverage used for fermentation and the type of processing such as distillation, different alcoholic drinks are prepared. For example, wine and beer, which are low in alcoholic content, are prepared by fermentation of sugar or starch products from plants, and their production does not involve distillation. On the other hand, whiskey, brandy and rum, which are high in alcoholic content, are produced by distillation of fermented malted barley, grape juice, and molasses respectively. Other than alcoholic beverages, microbes help in the industrial production of antibiotics, chemicals, enzymes, and other bioactive molecules. Antibiotics are chemicals produced by some microbes that can kill or check other harmful disease-causing microbes. In Greek, the word antibiotic means against life, that is, against the life of harmful disease-causing microbes. Penicillin is the first antibiotic that was discovered by Alexander Fleming in 1928 by serendipity. While working on bacteria Staphylococci, Alexander Fleming discovered that this bacterium did not grow around a particular mold called Penicillium notatum, on unwashed culture plate. He realized that bacteria did not grow around the mold Penicillium notatum as it released a chemical. He called this chemical penicillin after the mold. Though Alexander Fleming discovered penicillin, it was Ernest Chain and Howard Florey who applied the curative effect of penicillin against various infectious diseases. During World War II, penicillin was effectively used to treat several soldiers. For this contribution, both Chain and Florey were awarded the 1945 Nobel Prize in Physiology and Medicine along with Sir Alexander Fleming. After penicillin, other new antibiotics such as streptomycin that was used to treat tuberculosis were discovered. Streptomycin, along with other antibiotics like actinomycin, streptothricin, and neomycin, were all produced by different species of bacterial genera Streptomyces. Since then, more antibiotics have been discovered that have greatly helped save lives around the world by curing various infectious diseases such as diphtheria, leprosy, plague, and whooping cough. Besides alcohol and antibiotics, microbes also produce chemicals such as organic acids. A fungus, Aspergillus niger, helps produce citric acid, which is very useful for the soft drinks industry. Similarly, microbes such as Acetobacter, Clostridium botulism, and Lactobacillus or Lab produce acetic acid, butyric acid, and lactic acid respectively. Like acid, the production of enzymes by microbes has proved to be very useful for industries. For example, enzymes such as lipases are used in detergents for their ability to remove oily stains. Industrial lipase is produced from fungi such as Candida rugosa and Aspergillus niger. Likewise, pectinases and proteases produced by microbes such as Aspergillus niger are used in bottled fruit juices for clarification. This is why bottled fruit juices bought from the market are so much clearer than those prepared at home. Another enzyme, streptokinase, which is produced by bacteria Streptococcus, is genetically engineered to act as a clot buster. It is used to remove clots from blood vessels in patients suffering from myocardial infarction, commonly known as a heart attack. Furthermore, statins produced by yeast Monascus purpureus are used as blood cholesterol-lowering agents. They work by competitively inhibiting the enzyme that produces cholesterol in the liver. Cyclosporin A is another useful microbial offering by fungus Trichoderma polysporum. It is administered as an immunosuppressant to organ transplant patients so that their immune system doesn't reject the transplant. Lastly, bacteria and fungi are also used in microbiological cultures, where they are grown on nutritive solutions and allowed to colonize so that they can be studied. Therefore, microbes such as bacteria and fungi play an important role in the production of products such as alcoholic beverages, antibiotics, acids, enzymes, and other chemicals on an industrial level.